ripples. They call me Dr. Giggles. They saw out the chisel for shizzle diesel. I'm banging with the BLTO diesel with riffles.
Hey guys, it's the Ianster here with my dude Jake.
How you guys doing today?
How are you doing, man?
Pretty alright. How are you, man?
I'm fine. Just wanted to come out here with this video. If you guys can tell by the title, my experience with Dahvie Vanity. I think this is the perfect time to really come out there with this. I do have to say, though, that this doesn't have anything to do with any of the sexual allegations he has. It's more of him as a person, because so many people don't believe me when I say he's not a good person.
Right. Everybody keeps backing him up and fighting.
Yeah, fighting for him, like, oh, he's just famous. Everybody's making it up. Like, no. It's like, you have to be there personally to know. Like I was.
This guy is pure evil.
Okay, so now I will start off with how I met him. Back in 2012, it was around April, around this time. Around this time. I was 16 years old. I was in 10th grade, and I ended up going to my first Blood and Dance for show. It was a Broken Side and Deuce and New Year's Day. Oh my god, it was a good show. Let's say that. And when I first got there, I originally saw Jay. So I said what's up to Jay, because there was like nobody around him really at that moment. So got to talk to him for a little bit. And then eventually I saw Davi was outside. And this was at Peabody's. I missed that place.
Oh yeah, I missed that place to death, man. Oh yeah,
that's the best place.
Memory.
But anyway, I was chilling outside because the show wasn't going to start for a little while. I mean, the line was really long to begin with, so I'm just like, I'll wait it out. So then Davi comes outside, and I go to meet him. Like, I gave him a hug, and he kissed my forehead, and took a picture and all that. And it was a good time. I can say that it was a really good time. But after that, I basically started going to like every Blood and Dance for show, because I was a fan. It was fun as hell. The foam machines. Oh man, I was like a scene kid on top of that. So that definitely was something. And I thought,
definitely how we met.
Yep, and people were jealous because I met Davi and Jay. So I thought it was interesting. Like, yeah, I know Davi and Jay.
I remember those days.
Yeah, those were the days, man, back in our teenage years. Anyway, yeah, I went to like every single show pretty much after that. Basically every show in Cleveland. And a couple in Kent, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so I go to every show. Most of them were pretty fun, I would say. Always met a good amount of people. It was just the time of my life, really. It was like I consider that like basically part of my life. Let's just say that, because I spent a lot of time going to those shows. Well, eventually I started doing my own music, and got with my dude Ricky. So we started a band. Well, kind of a band. Like, I was a DJ and he did vocals. So then eventually we got on the actual Blood and Dance for show. And let me tell you, that show was just that first show in December of 2015. That was lit.
That was a prime right there. I think I was at that show.
You might have been. Like, it was lit. Like, so many fangirls screaming for us. It was just like, is this the life? It's like I almost felt like I was famous.
Dream right there, huh?
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, all these screaming fangirls. It's like, is this what it feels like to be famous? And so we started playing pretty much every show after that. And eventually, over the next year, like I said, we started playing all the shows. I know things started getting really weird around like June of 2016. because at first, like, I don't know, Davi was started getting really weird. Like, I heard a whole bunch of rumors about stuff that happened at that show, some sexual stuff too, apparently. And this was at the Outpost in Kent. And yeah, I don't know, something just felt wrong. I'll just say that. Then I think the next show was when he had an after party at his house because he just moved to Lakewood around that time.
Right.
So he
lived in
said,
Lakewood for quite a long time.
yeah. Oh yeah, I know. He knew me by that point. He knew me by name. So, like, at that time I could say, "Oh, we're friends now." Like, he officially knows who I am. So I thought it was cool to be his friend. So then he invited me to his house afterwards. I'm like, hell yeah. So I go to his house. We smoke a little weed, did some shots, ate some edibles, while he played with some other people. They were all playing Smash Brothers on Nintendo 64, which that's pretty cool because Davi is a pretty big gamer with a lot of systems he has. Like, I have a lot of those too, but that's besides the point. Anyway, we were just playing Smash Brothers and stuff, and I just chilling on my iPad, basically on his couch the whole time. Like, I was like gone, so I was like, I just basically curled up in a ball on the couch. I'm playing on my iPad because my phone was dead.
Oh.
And yeah, so that's basically it. Davi went in his room. We're like, wait, where's Davi at? He fell asleep. So then we left after that, and no big deal. Well, I guess Davi decided to make something up about me. I heard that he said something about an underage girl at an after party, and it's weird because why would he say that about me when he's the one that would do stuff like that? That's what doesn't make sense.
He was accused of that. I never heard any like excuse of like you being that way. You know,
I never was that way, man.
Like, I've never heard anything about that. Like he has like countless accusations of him, you know, doing that.
Yeah, man, I just watched some videos on the Chris Hansen investigation. Man, he's fucked. Yeah, so he said something about an underage girl, and I think somebody said something about him saying something about stealing something from him or something. I don't know. There's all kinds of rumors, but all I know is that he didn't want me coming back, basically. I didn't know anything about that. And some time goes by, a couple more shows. Jay left after that, and
everything started going downhill.
Everything started going downhill, yes, because he got Fallon.
The shows were different, like...
Yeah, everything was way different. The turnouts were starting to get decently small. Yeah, it wasn't the same as like the classic, 2012 where
it wasn't a good time anymore.
Yeah, it wasn't a good time. Everybody's seen his blood dance on Broken Side and stuff, and it's like almost like a little rave, you know. It was like, it was just completely different. Sinners are winners, no. And he still continued Blonde Dancer after that, which made no sense. I'm like trying to figure out what the hell is he doing here. But that's besides the point. So then, a little bit after that, a couple shows later, it was June 2017. This is the reason why I completely dropped Davi, as like 100% completely. Like, I want nothing to do with the guy. This is the most interesting part. So I'll try to go in the best detail I can. So it was June, I think, like 11th, or I don't know the exact date, but it was like the second week of June or something. My dude Marco, he came all the way from New Jersey, and
very far.
Yeah, he came really far. He brought our friend Saeed, and they stayed basically a couple days at my house because they were going to the show to see Davi. And yeah, I let them stay in my house, and it was fun. They're cool dudes, but so they stayed the night, and then the next day we went to the show.
Right.
That show honestly was that show's. God, I didn't even think of a word for it. Like, I want to say it shouldn't have happened.
I was supposed to play that show, by the way.
Yeah, you can explain that really quick if you want.
Yeah, a good friend of ours, Ricky, invited me to do one verse and one verse only, and just get off stage. And I ended up getting jumped that night and going home. So I skipped that whole show completely and didn't get to do it because of that. But anyway, continue your story.
Okay, well, yeah. So that show, some bad things happened at that show. I had some really annoying girl over me, and it was she wouldn't leave me alone. She was following me to the green room and stuff. Like
Oh, you have a little fangirl.
Yeah, she kept calling me babe and putting her arms around me, and it's just like, no. So eventually, I drank a little too much. I'm like, okay. Oh, I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm like, I'll deal with this, whatever. But yeah, I'm like, I had to drink a little bit, but hey, anyway. I mean, I wouldn't say she's bad looking or anything. It's just I was starting to see somebody at that point, so it was kind of like I wasn't quite in a relationship yet, but I was getting really close to somebody else at that point. So I felt bad about fucking around, but we didn't do anything inappropriate, thankfully. But as I was saying, yeah, that show happened, and then my friends came back to my house again with another one of my friends. We all just kind of just chilled at my house, stayed the night, and then one friend left in the morning, and then Marco and Saeed they got invited to go to lunch with Davi the next day. So they didn't want to exclude me out of it, and they were asking Davi if I could come with them, and Davi kept telling them no. And I was wondering why. Like,
why?
Why purposely exclude me out? So I think of it. We hung out at Amanda's house and stuff, and then waited for Davi to basically say the okay to go to the restaurant. So we went to the restaurant.
Always late, by the way.
Yeah, always late. Yes, because he decided to show up half hour or so after the time we were supposed to meet him. And he showed up with no makeup. I was like, oh my god. Never thought I would see him like that in person. No makeup.
Not who you thought he was.
Yeah, he's not how I thought he was. Like, but Fallon was all done up. Like, she didn't look like she got out. Davi looked like he just got out of bed. While Fallon looked all nice and, makeup all done up and stuff. Anyway, yeah, I went to lunch. I paid for my own food. I wasn't going to be an asshole and make Davi pay for me, And food was good, But eventually he invited everybody there back to go to his house. Like, everybody was invited to go back to his house. Except for me. And he would not state why. And for some reason he had to have my friends go with him. Because they came all the way from out of state and stuff. And they felt bad, but it was kind of like either see me now or you don't at all kind of thing. And he made he made them go and hit his car, his Camaro, which they said they could barely fit in there, obviously, because the Camaro's not really that big inside, and they had to squeeze in there. And I basically got left at the restaurant. Mind you, I don't drive, I don't have a license or anything, so I was trying to figure out what the hell to do. I had nowhere else to go because Amanda had to go to work. And yeah, I was basically stranded. And this is in Rocky River, so I was a decent distance from home.
Quite a ways from home.
Yeah, decent distance from home. And I basically had to get a hold of my mom to come pick me up. My phone started dying, and I wasn't going to sit there and wait all day for everybody to come back. So I went home, and at that point, I was like, okay, I'm done with Davi. So then I posted a status on Facebook, and oh my god, there was hundreds of likes and stuff on it, and people were just attacking him. Like, cause I just basically was honest. I'm like, he left me at the restaurant. He excluded me out, and it's like, what the hell did I do wrong? And
Right.
he never told me personally, so I had to hear it from other people. Yeah, so I made a status, and then he went and called me out. He basically tagged me in the status, and yeah, I will put this up on the screen now for everybody to read, and I'll just basically try to get some of my input on it. So as you see, well, yeah, he said he didn't invite me. He didn't invite me to his house, and there's a reason. Yeah, a reason that he won't have to discuss the reasons because he was making it up, the reasons why.
Right.
Yeah, and he says it's not legal. Like, what did I do that's illegal? Really, what did I do that's illegal?
You seem like a very person that goes by the law, like.
Yeah. Like, of course we're on
He
illegal
was
stuff
the one
there.
doing illegal stuff, from what I know.
Yeah, and I mean, we were smoking weed at his house. I mean, weed was not even legal at that time. And right now, it's not even fully illegal yet either. But back in 2016, I don't think it was even at all. What was it?
No, not that I know of.
When did it become medical? Like, not too long ago?
Yeah, about, I think, 2018.
Something like that. Yeah, so it was completely illegal anyway. And so, okay, but then, let's see, yeah. I felt uncomfortable due to his past history at a previous after party I had. We were just high and drunk and playing Smash Brothers, and he fell asleep, dude. That was all that happened. I don't know why you're making this stuff up. And
He made you seem like the bad one?
Yeah, he made me seem like the bad one. And let's see, Facebook drama is old, and he's over there calling me a coward and stuff. Like, he's trying to give some kind of pep talk, basically, it sounds like. Like, he's trying to make himself look good. That is manipulation, my friend.
Man, oh man.
That is definitely manipulation, I would say.
He lost a real one, that's for sure.
Yeah, and
Meaning you're the real one, You're like the really cool guy. Like, I've known you for about, like 2 years now, and, like,
something like that.
I never really talked to you, but, we got into some conversations about music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so far, you seem like an amazing dude. I don't see why anybody would actually try to, like, put that on you,
Yeah.
In my eyes, he's just trying to get the tension off of himself and put it on somebody else and try to get his little fangirls to attack you.
Oh, yeah. That reminds me. Yeah, I almost lost my Facebook account that day because his little fangirls decided to report my account for my name. So
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I had to wait 10 or 11 hours to get my account back. I literally had to send a picture of my ID. So that's why I have to use my real name now. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. You can tell your story really quick. Or take a little bit of time if you need to. I mean, we're only about 18 minutes in, so just say what you gotta say.
Well, I guess starting off, unlike you, basically same concept. Like, I've been going to Blood on a Dance Floor shows since I've been like 14. My very first show, it was Peabody's, and I just seen this guy's names. I think it was a Trap House Rave that I knew about.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
A very awesome band. I was like 14, like, oh yeah, man, this is like my first concert. I'm really into this. Blood on a Dance Floor is there, freaking Trap House Raves there, Deuce and all them other cool people. I'm down for it. I like mosh pits.
Yeah, Deuce had a wall of death. This has lit. I
So
broke a
I
phone
went
in
to
there,
the show.
actually.
Met my first
pocket.
Really?
Yeah, I had a phone in my pocket and it broke. Screen was destroyed.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
continue.
love mosh pits. They're amazing. I
Hell
love
yeah.
starting them. Open this pit up. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But going on with the story, I met my first love at this Blood on a Dance Floor show, and it was a trend. It was like our thing for our anniversary. Go to these shows every time they come around, just to support our friends, our people. Same people that are like us, rockers, scene kids, emo kids, whatever, just local support. So long story short, one of these shows I went to, it was me and my first love. My first love said she went to the bathroom, but then I went up to Davi. I wanted to like say hi to him because I knew him at the time. Me and him were actually really kind of close. He knew me by name. We hung out a few times. We smoked together, drank together, whatever. Mind you, underage drinking, that is a crime. And he let me underage drink at these shows. He actually physically got me alcohol,
Of course.
which I have proof of. Like, I have pictures of drinks in my hand where I had two X's on my hand with an alcoholic beverage in my hand. So he got me alcoholic beverages. And then, like, I was looking for my first love, and I found those two making out
Making
behind
out.
the bar, basically, like making out, like kissing and getting
Man.
into detail.
Man.
Like, I understand if it was just like a little peck, sweet, we're fans. I would kind of die if Davi kissed my cheek or like kiss my forehead or whatever. I would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, dude, a famous guy did that. I'm not
Basically.
watching this ever, you know. Uh, But no, I found these two literally making out, and we're both young. My girlfriend was 16 at the time, and Davi was like in his 20s, I do
I
believe.
think it was his late 20s, something like that, yeah.
Um,
Either way, as an adult, that's legal.
so I got into Davi's face, and I was like, "What is going on here, dude? Like, what's up?" He was like, "Oh man, this chick didn't even know you, blah blah blah. She was mine in the first place, blah blah blah." Long story short, again, he kicked me out of the show. Jay had to talk me down so I wouldn't have to beat his, booty. So, because I was really mad. That's like my first love right there. I actually do love and care for this girl, and I just found one of my favorite people kissing her.
Yeah,
I
I'd
was
be
kind of
pissed too.
heartbroken a little bit.
I would be too, man. That's crazy.
And I'm gonna work on getting this picture so I can send it to you, and you probably put it in a video. Obviously, I gotta talk to the first love and see if it's okay with her. But if we have to, I'll blur out her face,
Okay.
and then you can clearly see you kissing a girl.
Yeah, hopefully I'll have this video up next week. By next week, so. Give me a couple
Perfect.
days, hopefully, to get it, so.
Of course, I'm really close with this.
Okay, yeah, try to get it as soon as possible, but I should have it up by the end of this week, maybe beginning of next week.
Perfect. But yeah, that still didn't stop me. I still went to the shows. I'm supportive. I think the last show I went to was in 2016, like right before Jay left,
Yeah.
and I was still gonna go to your show that you were gonna go to, but it wasn't for Blood on the Dance Floor. It was just support locals, and I haven't played a show in a very long time, and I thought it would be cool. Turns out it wasn't what I expected it to be. Things happened that day that it shouldn't have happened, but everything happens for a reason, and we move on with our life. But anyway, I hope this video, I hope our stories get heard, man. All honesty, Davi is not a really good guy, and people need to realize, not only is he being accused of a sex offender, but also he is a very bad person to his close friends. He's burned a lot of bridges, important bridges that he shouldn't have. And I just hope that one day his sales just crash completely. Like I hear he's living with his mother in Florida, correct?
Something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Um, but he's still out there trying. I know he's got a new clothing line out, and he's still making music. But on the dance floor is dead. But
Kawaii Monster and he likes to steal copyrighted material for his merch. That's another thing.
right.
That's totally something different, but
We'll touch on that in another
another
video.
time. But yeah, that's not legal technically either. So he's the one doing all the legal stuff.
I'm,
So,
I'm I'm hearing that he's still using Jay's name, and Jay's he's still getting money off of Jay's videos, even though Jay signed his way out of that contract too. So that is also very illegal.
oh my god, I wouldn't doubt it, man. I really would not doubt it.
But anyway, I hope this gets heard, man. I really hope people realize how this man is toxic and he needs to be brought down. In my eyes, I don't know how you feel about that, but I think he needs to be brought down.
Hell yeah! And if anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to comment or whatever. I could put links to get a hold of me personally. If anybody has any personal stories, I can definitely do an interview, whatever, anonymous message, whatever you want, just to get your voice out there, and hopefully this gets somewhere.
And again, same for me too. Go ahead and add my links if anybody wants to chat, talk, even if it's a victim or so-called victim that Davi had something to do with it. Feel free to open up. And
hell yeah, man. I'll definitely do what I can for you. And yeah, I'll end the video here. So yeah, make sure to comment, subscribe, whatever.